Check this guy out. King Slam. Turbo. Oh. Shit. Hello, Akku here again. Welcome to episode 18 of my Feed the Beast 1.5.2 beta version 0.5. I'm not on the main server. I've got issues on the main server. I'll get to that in a minute. First of all, I want to say congratulations to Tom and Vic for getting married yesterday. Nice one. And secondly, I want to say, Tom, hurry up and sober up and get really hang of it because the server's gone down. Yeah, that's why I'm not on the main server. The server went down yesterday and it needs rebooting, so I can't actually get on the main server at the minute. So I'm going to start this episode on a little test world here. A couple of things I want to share with you that people have shared with me, which is very nice. Monkey, let me know that if you change your video settings, graphics, put into fast instead of fancy, then F7 works and F9 works. So if you remember F9, press it once, it gives you the corners of chunks. Press it again, it gives you like a grid, chunk grid. These are all part of NEI, chicken bone stuff. On the fancy graphics, it doesn't work properly. And then the F7 shows you where mobs will spawn. So these yellow, I think yellow is signifying where things will spawn when it's night. You know what I mean? So if it was night time, these would be red because it's daytime. It's showing that these would spawn if it was night, but because it's daytime, they're not. Whereas actual red stuff is where it's actually dark enough to spawn even during the daytime, like down there. I believe that's how that works. So yeah, cheers Monkey for that. Very cool. And another cool thing, Russ let me know, is I mentioned Beckill's TPS the other day, something that we had to the server. Well, King Lemon, the thermal expansion guy, in his COFH core, which is the core mod that all the other thermal expansions, all the other mods that he does comes off. If you type in COFH TPS, it gives you the TPS of the server there. So I'm actually I'm on my little single player server that I used to use for my Let's Play. I've just set it up. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I'm actually in a single player game. I'll show you what that is in a minute. Empty canister. I was just trying to work out what that was, and I didn't mean to spawn that in. But so there you go. Overworld. It shows you that currently the overworld is running at 4.2. No, not total. It's 4.2 milliseconds. So as long as that keeps under 20 ticks a second, then everything's running at 100%. Cool. So cheers Russ and cheers Monkey. Nice one. First one I want to do. This is another request. This is comparing the thermostatic harness to electric jetpack. Now, there's a couple of things I've done with the thermostatic harness. This is from Farmcraft, of course. You see there, I've got some enchants on it. I was just seeing what it could be enchanted with. Now, I knew it could be enchanted with haste, but I put it in there, and not only will haste go on it, protection goes on it as well, and repair goes on it as well. So it is actually, obviously with protection, it's actually it gives you some armor. And you see there that one, I've been using that one a little bit, and it has lost some durability when I've been fighting. So it does take damage like any normal armor would. I've lost my pants. I did have some pants, but lost them when that slam killed me. I'm going to talk about that slam in a second. Anyway, I was just like I was munching on some toast and the slam jumped me, so I just wanted to catch it on camera really quick. So that's why you got a little flash of a king slam at the beginning of the episode. Yeah, so the thermostatic harness can have repair and haste. So I think the first thing to check is obviously, so that's your speed, your jetpack, pretty quick, and obviously that's in. That's not in hover mode. Hover mode is significantly slower. So there you go with your hover mode. So the jetpack is pretty quick, and of course once we get Gravity Sweep mod, it'll be even quicker because you'll be able to go to the advanced jetpack that has the GUI info and stuff like that, and holds a lot more power. So there's your electric jetpack, your thermostatic harness, and there's one I've made. You see we've got a little interface on the left hand side there, little bar showing how much power we've got in it. So that's a double click like Creative Flight, and you can see there's the standard one. It's pretty quick. It's quicker than hover mode, but slower than normal flight. But of course it's Creative Flight, so I can just let go of the button and I'll hover there. That's pretty cool. What that is using is Potentia. Now, also, that actually looks really cool. If I got a really nice graphic on it. There we go. Magical flight, and yeah, I do look the business. Just in case you was wondering. So that's what it looks like on. It looks really sweet. I'm thinking I might have to make one of these just for fun. I was a massive fan of the magic carpet from Farmcraft 2, and I was actually hoping would get that back one day because I really liked the magic carpet. So there's one that's not enchanted, and then I've enchanted this one with protection. I've just given myself some protection and stuff on these. I've got reading on that. I'm not sure what it does. I'm going to get to that in a bit as well. So this is the one with haste on it. So you see haste quite a bit quicker. Not a massive amount quicker. Still, is it quicker than the jetpack? Hard to say really. It's definitely quicker than other mod jetpack. I don't think it's maybe not quite as quick. In fact, you can go down a lot quicker. And the times I've fallen up to now, I've not taken any damage when I've fallen. I don't know if that's because I'm in recipe mode. So I don't know if that's something to do with it, like when you turn it off, falls from this don't kill you. I'm going to say that at some point. See, look, I'm not taking off all damage, so I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not sure at all what that's about. I'm seeing some cooked meat ingots there. I'm going to have to make some of them. I think they're from Man Factory Reloaded. It's just quite funny having a big brick of meat. Right. So, yeah, there we go. So with protection and repair on that, you've got a pretty cool jetpack, I think. Pretty cool. And there's just one that's not enchanted at all, and I've got no power source in. The power source, of course, I should cover, is a jar of Potentia. See, that's got 50 Essentia left in it. So all I did with that was, obviously, placed that jar down, and I spawned in some aspects there, which Potentia is quite easy to get. I mean, you can get it from coal or charcoal, so it's not that hard to get, and I've been flying around a little bit and I've got quite a bit of this stuff left, so it's not using that much up. So what was it on? So we saw there it was on 58. Let's have a little fly around. They're quite easy to get. Yeah, there's quite a few things that give it. I think I know that when you got Red Power 2 and you end up with an absolute shit ton of Nikolite after a while. Nikolite is one of the things that's Potentia, amongst other things. I think Redstone might have it. But quite a few things have it, so let's turn that off. See if that actually used any up. 56, that used 2 up there. So that will be 1 coal's worth, what I just used, or charcoal. So yeah, it's pretty cheap, and it certainly does look good. Right, get on with a couple of other things. Just while I was messing around doing other stuff, I was messing around with this. This looks really cool, doesn't it? This is from Thermic Tinkerer. That's the tool dynamism tablet. What you can do with that is you go into its interface and you can just put an item in there. And the left or right is what would happen if you left clicked or right clicked that item. So obviously I've got a right click there, so the shears would right click, which would shear a sheep. If I change that to left, it'd actually start hitting the sheep, because that's what you obviously, if you had shears in your hand and you left clicked it, it acts like a really shit weapon. So that's what left and right stands for, and then the redstone there is just if it works with a redstone pulse or not. So I've got that set to no, so it's just trying to do the right click every second or so, I guess. That's really sweet. So that's a really nice little sheep shearing system there. Going to be good for things like melon, I guess. Reeds, stuff like that. Like a block breaker in a way, isn't it? But obviously it doesn't collect stuff. Well, it's like a block breaker. It could be used as a block breaker with the right tool, then I guess. It could be used as like a dispenser, obviously, because you can have left click or right click. Some really cool things in there. Some really cool potential, I mean, with with that there. So I made a little wooden golem. I use another thing from Family Tinkerette, the golem naming tool. So I've called this guy Hampton. Quite just amusing myself there. So I've got a little wood guy called Hampton. And I made one of these, a warded chest. This is like the warded bricks from Thaumcraft, in that only whoever places it can get in it or can break it, and you need to break it with a wand. So this is totally secure storage, and it's a nice size as well. Really cool. I spawned this in because I wanted to try him on it, and he can actually put things into that. He can. The hungry chest at him. He can be placed on there. Has he lost his name? I think he's lost his name. But if we throw something on the floor for him, try and pick it up, but you can't put it in there. So there's no setting to allow golems access. So I'm guessing pipes will not be able to put in and out of there as well, which makes sense. Otherwise, someone could just pipe your shit in and out. So guy's gonna get confused now. Let's place him back where he was there. And yeah, it certainly looks like if you remove your golem, it loses his name tag. So you better be careful of that if you want to keep him named. But obviously having names for all your little tallow workers and stuff makes sense, doesn't it? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Right, I was going to make it day again because I don't want to deal with shit just in a minute. Right, what else have I got to say? So yeah, they work, protection and repair work on a thermostatic harness, and I could have put repair on that one just to show you that it would have repaired the green bar there, but I'm sure you believe me. So yeah, very good, very good. A couple of other things. There's some different mods, some different enchants. I've not actually looked what they're from yet. I'm gonna have a look in a minute. But there's these guys: Ashes, Vampirism, Freezing, and Soulbringer. Now I put Soulbringer on a sword and I killed a few things, and one thing I killed, it seems quite a low luck chance, but I killed one guy and I got a message saying that he'll now fight for me. So I think that's what the Soulbringer does. It gives you a chance of controlling the mob, which is pretty cool. That's a Soulbringer one. I'll get rid of that. Soul Stealer. So we've got Soul Stealer from Soul Shard still. So there's no Vile Sword as far as I can tell, but there's still Soul Stealer enchant. So as you can see there, I killed a spider with a normal sword. Got me 1 kill. I killed a spider with a Soul Stealer 5. It got me 7 kills. It got me 6 kills, I mean. So 1 standard plus the 5 off Soul Stealer. So you can still get 6 kills per kill with a Soul Stealer 5 sword, which makes getting 1,024 kills a lot easier, because basically, I mean, you divide it by 6, makes things a lot easier. You can fill up an Enderman legitimately. You can fill up an Enderman Soul Shard in about 10 minutes in the end, with easy in 10 minutes, as long as you've got repair on it or somewhere repairing your tool, or if, like Unbreaking 3, so it lasts a bit longer. But as long as you can keep up with the damage that you'll take, you can fill a Soul Shard really quick. Right, so that's the Soul Shard bit. Now, as far as I understand it, that's why I had the bow there. The Ashes seems to be able to go on, not sure what it does, but the Ashes seems to be able to go on a bow, or let's have a look what it does. We've got enough levels for this. I didn't need to go into creative. I've got enough. So Ashes goes onto the bow there. Let's shoot something with it. That sheep will have to do. I'm going to get really close so I don't miss it like a dick. Shoot it from a distance, so if I missed it, it'd make me look like a bit of a fool. So I'm not sure what that did. I should have I guess that's got a chance. See what I mean? I guess that's got a chance of maybe fire. Don't know. So that's Ashes. I'm going to check in a minute what mod these are from, by the way. So I'll get rid of that. And then the Vampirism, pretty obvious. I reckon that's going to be like Lifesteal. And Freezing, possibly a Snare. But the lifesteal and the freezing, the vampires and the freezing only go swords, not on bows. It'd be really nice if that went on a bow, wouldn't it? If you could get a snare on a bow, but not so much. And then there's this one, reading, which I'm not sure. I've not got a clue what reading does. So, like I say, I'm gonna when I've cut the camera, I'm gonna have a quick search. Ghostwood fletching. Oops. When I cut the camera, I'm gonna have a quick search for any AI and work out what mods they're from, so I can let you know. And then the only thing left is, as you saw at the top of the episode, a king slam spawned down here and jumped me while I was eating, and managed to kill me because I was trying to get recording set up. So it looks like Tinker's constructs can spawn boss mobs, because if you look back at that, he had a bar across the top of the screen like when you get a Wither or Leech King or whatever from the Twilight Forest. And he dropped these things. He dropped a King Slam Battle Sand, which is a weapon. Let's go see if that takes damage, because the Battle Sands in Super Hostile don't take damage. That's why I think they're a really cool weapon, because they're actually based on a wood sand. That guy does take damage. Oh shit. Where did he come from? Cheeky bastard. I could actually do with testing it on a something with a bit more. It points on a sheep. Well, it's taking. Come here. 2 hits on a sheep, so it's not doing that much damage, is it? So yeah, King Slam Battle Stand drops from that. And of course, you can't place these. Battle Sands, I think, come from Super Hostile. In there, you do get enchanted Battle Sands that, unfortunately, if you right click into place, become a normal unenchanted sand. But while you've got them, they generally have really good enchants on them, and because they take no durability damage for when you play a Super Hostile, that really are useful. Saying that, I've only ever seen one, and I placed it by mistake after about 5 minutes, so I was a bit gutted. And the other thing it drops is this thing, Miniature Red Heart. Now, I had a look at what this does, and in there you see Necrotic Bone. They come up with the skeletons. I've got some of them in the main server. Empty Canister, that's the thing that spawned in by mistake that you could see in the chat there. Empty Canister, and they're actually really simple to make. They're just four iron ingots in a square. Oh, aluminium ingots. Okay, they're 4 aluminium ingots in a square. So that means, I guess that means melting aluminium down in your Tinker's Construct smeltery, which makes sense. So you get empty canister, and then the other thing here, jeweled apple. 4 diamonds on an apple gets you that. And what that does is makes you this thing, permanent health increase. That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? So that, if you look at the shape of that, and then if you come out of your inventory, press 0, you get this screen, and if you look at the shape of that, it matches up with that, so it looks like this whole thing is from Tinker's Construct. So I'm guessing there's more accessories on the way, because I don't actually see any more. That's why I was in Tinker's Construct at the beginning there. See if there's anything else that looked like it might fit in there. I don't see anything else looking like jewellery of any kind, or talismans, or whatever you want to call them. There's quite a lot of stuff to look through though, so I could be missing something. But looking through all that, the only thing that looks like would fit in there is them guys. That heart canister. That certainly is meant to go in there though, isn't it? So let's have a look. Put one of them in there. It says permanent health increase, but oh, look at that, I've got a little orange heart on the end of my thing there. Does that mean I've got an extra 1 heart? And do more than one go in there? More than one does go in there. So will that update to more than one, or is that just give you an extra heart? An extra heart is good to have, of course. So, okay, there. So more than one in there doesn't seem to make a difference. So it looks like instead of having 10 hearts, I've got 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10. I thought so. It looks like I've got 11 hearts instead of 10, which is pretty cool. I like that. So if you see a King Slam, kill it and grab that. Part of low-level heart canisters. Heart canister, low level. Interesting. Interesting stuff. So looks like more stuff is going to be coming with Tinker's Constructs. Certainly a lot of slots there. And I think that's just what everything covered. Apart from this with soul shards, as far as I can tell from the post on the Minecraft.net forum, that this is how you're meant to make the setup for making a soul shard. Endstone, netherrack, glowstone. I may have done this wrong because apparently if you click on the glowstone it should give you soul shard and it's not giving me anything. So I don't know if I've done that wrong. There's something else I need to check. Right, I'm going to cut the camera there. Hopefully Tom will be up sometime today so I'll be able to carry on the server, but if he's busy, I say it's the day after his wedding so he could be very busy. If you don't get around to it, I may have to have this as a real short episode. I'm going to cut for now, I'm going to work out a couple of things, and I'll be back in a bit. And I'm back just for a sec, and of course, the thing I was doing wrong with this is, it isn't placed vertically, it's placed on the ground. So that's nice and easy, after all. And one thing to note is, when you do make a soul shard, boop, it turns it all into endstone. So you're going to need a supply of glowstone and netherrack to make multiple soul shards. Wonderful. So you can have that as a bit of decoration in your magic room, I guess. But be aware that it does consume the glowstone and netherrack when you make one. Okay, back soon. Hello, back again. I'm back in the overworld, and I'm going to go through what went wrong with the server. I've just set up a couple of Thaumcraft golems to do a bit of wheat farming for me. I think this is how I'm going to do my wheat farming for the time being, at least. This is as quick as the MFR farmers, but obviously it takes no power once you've set it up. So like I said, I've been doing a little bit of Thaumcraft research off camera since I've been back. I've done all the golem stuff apart from that's Thaumit Tinker, that's the nameplates, that's what they made me call that one Hampton yesterday. I've got some of the normal stuff left, but most of the stuff left I've got there is Thaumit Tinkerer. Anyway, so there's a little golem farm going on. Just got the stuff feeding into my ender chest. The problem that happened yesterday, no, not yesterday, it was actually the day before that sent the server down. I'm going to talk about this stuff in a minute as well. Was I tried piping into a trash can, and piping into a trash can was what broke the world. So I had a trash can with a diamond pipe running into the side of it, and it was actually when I removed the trash can that was making a server crash. And Tom had to roll back the server a bit each time, so he put it back up for me, and then I crashed it again. So yeah, be careful when you're piping into them. They're not meant to. They look like they do. They look like the pipes attach and everything, but when I broke it, I took the pipe away first, and then it was okay. So that was the issue with that. That's why the server's been down a couple of days. That's why this episode's a bit weird. I've got a couple more things to show you that people have told me about. Honestly, people have been telling me some really good tips. One thing I complained about the lack of red power bags that I normally use within my ender pouch. I normally have bags in there. And extra utilities adds an awesome bag, really awesome. And I've made some gold blocks. We need gold blocks for it, and I'm going to make 3 right now. I need gold blocks, and we need 9 gold. I haven't got much gold left, have I? I need to get into that hollow hill, that large hollow hill, and start mining it out. I'm going to do that manually, I think. I need some chests, which I've got some down here in my Thaumcraft research box, I think. Say me making some yet. 1, 2, 3. And what else was it? I think it was wool. Let's see if it was wool. So they want to be there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then that should give me, excellent, it does, golden bags of holding. These are awesome. Check these out. Golden bag of holding. It's a double chest bag. Wonderful. What I can do with my anvil is name them. I don't think you can colour them like you could the. Oops. I don't think you can colour them like you can with the canvas ones, but just double check. Pretty sure you can't colour them. No, they don't go into anything else. But of course, what I can do is I can put them in there. And each one's going to cost me 5 levels, but 5 levels is nothing. I can name these, so I'll name the first one Tools and Weapons. Jesus, type right, dickhead. Tools and weapons. There we go. So what I can do then is I can have, obviously, I can put my tools and weapons in them. I can have these bags all lined up in there. So essentially I've got almost infinite inventory space now, because each one of these slots I could use to put a load of stuff in. Load of stuff. So yeah, wonderful. I think for now I am going to chuck them bags in there just for now. What happened there? One disappeared. Oh, it's still there. Weird. Okay, I'm going to put them bags in there just for now, and I'll sort that off camera. So now I'm going to end up with a nice, probably 4 or 5 bags down there. I can put all my Mistcraft stuff in one. I can put all my don't know. I can put stuff in bags. Let's just leave it at that. Another good tip was press L. No, if you go into your inventory, then press L. Any plugins, info lists. The info list, forestry backpacks, there you go, and this shows you all the things that can go inside them. So the Iceman's backpack carries all kind of snow stuff. That's the one that I really had no idea about. It doesn't show all of them. The Adventurers you have to set up yourself. Apiarist is all bee stuff, but it doesn't show it. And Lepidopterist is all butterfly stuff, which is new forestry stuff. It doesn't show them, but it shows most of them. So there you can look, for example, Thaumaturge's backpack. Those warded jars, crystals, elementum, golems, and full jars. Pretty cool. Manas. Showing manas, it holds all kind of ores. All kind of stuff. All kind of ingots. All kind of gems, dusts. So that we see the manas backpack holds all kind of stuff. Wonderful. So there you go. That's L. That's part of any plugins. And that's the one that has all the recipe lists for each machine, so if you want to see what things can be put in an industrial blast furnace, you can just use that, and you can run through them like that. Of course, you can find the thing and click on that recipes tab there. Shows you the same window, but this is just if you're not near a machine or if you don't want to look for an AI, you can actually just go for it there. Cool stuff for devs. Then some settings there that I don't know nothing about, so I won't touch. Yeah, the info list pretty cool. Laser drill drops. Oh, that's MFR, cool. So MFR laser, I've not looked at that yet. That I think you point it down at bedrock, and it has chance of each time it works, it has chance of pulling one of these. So I guess that's the actual percentage chances of what you'll be getting each time. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So copper and tin's real low, whereas looks like iron's the highest, which probably makes sense. Ferrous is higher than copper and tin. Weird. Ferrous is higher than quite a few things. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, cool. Oh, that makes sense. Wow. Okay. The MFR laser, I might have to look into that at some point. What other good tips have I been told? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll remember it. Oh, one of them was I put a little comment in the last video. This pattern encoder, I was doing it wrong. If you want to see how something's made in there, I was pressing the question mark, which shows you it's a ghost. If you actually press shift question mark, which I thought I'd tried, it's not working for me now. Shift question mark. That really ain't working for me. So I thought I'd tried this the other day, but I tried this yesterday after someone told me how to do it, and it worked. Now it's not doing it. Why are you not doing it? Also, I think I left a blank pattern in there. No, I didn't. It's I wonder if I need a blank pattern for it to work. Let's try now. No, it really ain't working. That actually worked for me yesterday, so cock knows what's happening there. Shift and that was just not. That was control. Shift and clicking yesterday was filling that out, but it's not doing it again for me now. So weird. But yeah, shift and the question mark does occasionally work. I don't know why it works at the minute. Okay. Right, last thing for this episode then. I think that's all the good tips people have told me. If I've missed any from the comments, thank you very much for letting me know. I tried to remember everything, but I got so many good, useful tips yesterday. I may have forgot some. I've got an issue with my base. I don't like it. Turns out. one of the tips that you saw me use was F7 and F9 now work if you switch your options video settings to fast instead of fancy. You don't get these to work, and my issue is if we come down, I lit all this place up. It took me ages with RAF lamps, and this is before I knew about this. But RAF lamps, they have that gap there, and the corners don't light up. So I tried moving the RAF lamps to make it work. I'd need miles more RAF lamps to actually cover all the lighting. It just really wasn't working well for me. So I had a look at these illuminators, and illuminators, they're alright. They do like a 3x3, so 3 in each direction. They'll keep lit. So I could have them all over the floor like this. I started doing that. These are quite expensive though. You need a full stack of glowstone for every 16 of these. So that was alright. Another problem with the RAF lamps, I do love RAF lamps, but it was getting in the way of the farm and the tree farm and stuff. So then I looked at illuminators in the roof, and up in the roof they don't light enough. I need to have them at that height for them to light a good amount below them. So if I turn that back on there, you see there, that does that 3x3. 1, 2, 3. So at 4 high it does 3x3. Up at 6 high it does nowhere near that. So my roofs are too high basically. So my space is quite weird. My roofs are too high. All in all, so that doesn't light. Look, that's only lighting 1 in each direction, 2 in each direction. So I need to have put these everywhere, or have all over my roofs. I can't be asked to lower the roofs here. So what I'm going to do, I'm abandoning this place, and I've got a new place I'm building. I'm going to keep it secret just for now. That hasn't worked perfectly, has it? I haven't planted all of them. We planted most. That'll do, I suppose. Hello. I've got a new place. I'm kind of keeping it a little bit secret for now because I'm going to do. It's pretty much like this, but instead of 3x3 chunks, it's 2x2 chunks less one side, so it's actually an odd number. So it's instead of being 32x32, it's 31x31 because that was also winding me up. I've made this, and I do it all the time, and I don't know why I do it all the time because I really don't like it. I made it so it's even, so that this place is all even, and I like building odd. Building odd, you can use a centre block and build from the centre block. Building even, you have to use centre 4 blocks, and the only thing it really works for is Foundcraft because you can use a Arcane Infuser. But everything else works, looks tidier. Just everything lines up better if you build odd. So this place is built even. Don't like it. The treehouse bit is actually built odd, so that actually works okay. That's why this thing sits right in the middle and stuff. So the treehouse is odd, that's good. But I'm building a new place, and that is going to be the next episode. Is going to be my setting up of that. For this episode, I'm going to call it there. Bit of a weird episode. I haven't really done anything. I've gone through quite a few different new things, but I haven't really built anything or anything. But I hope it was enjoyable still. And as always, I hope you join me next time. So I'm going to say cheers and bye, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.